Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manopistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Soyam Rupagadamahyam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudapatagamelam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parjana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lilita Shri Vishakhanyatam He Krishna Karuna Sindho दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते श्रीलासमिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते श्रीला भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशैर्तारिणे। मूकं करोति वाचालं भङ्गुं लङ्घ्यते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहमदे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अपत्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रे। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हरि हरि। So today we are reading from Canto 3, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 18, Text 20. So let me share the screen. Here it is, share screen. Then, here 18:20. What was shown? Krishna. Why it doesn't show here? Okay, I cannot share the screen. So I'm just going to read the verse. Okay. दैत्यस्य यज्ञावयवस्य माया गृहीतवराहतनोर्महात्मनः कौरव्यमह्यां द्विषतोर्विमर्दनम् दिदृक्षुरागादृशिभिर्वृतः स्वराट्. One more time. दैदस्य यज्ञावयवस्य माया गृहीतवारागतनोर्महात्मनः कौरव्यमह्यां द्विषतोर्विमर्दनं दिदृक्षुरागादृशिभिर्वृतः स्वराट्. That is, we'll go word by word meanings. Daityasya, of the demon. Yajna avayavasya, of the personality of God, of whose body Yajna is a part. Maya, through his potency, Grahita, was assumed. Varaha, of a boar. Tano, whose form. Mahatmanaha, of the Supreme Lord. Kauravya, O Vidura, descendant of Kuru. Mahyam, for the sake of the world. Dishato, of the two enemies. Vimardhanam, the fight. Didruchuhu, desirous to see. Agad, came. Rishibhi, by the sages. Vrta, accompanied. Swarad, Brahma. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Kitchen. O descendant of Kuru, Brahma, the most independent demigod of the universe, accompanied by his followers, came to see the terrible fight for the sake of the world between the demon and the personality of Godhead, who appeared in the form of a boar. So, purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Kitchen. The fight between the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the demon is compared to a fight between bulls for the sake of a cow. The earth planet is also called Go or cow, as bulls fight between themselves to ascertain who will have union with a cow. There is always a constant fight between the demons and the Supreme Lord, or his representative, for supremacy over the earth. Here the Lord is significantly described as Yajnaha Vayava. One should not consider the Lord to have the body of an ordinary boar. He can assume any form, and he possesses all such forms eternally. It is from him that all other forms have emanated. This boar form is not to be considered the form of an ordinary hog. His body is actually full of yajna, or worshipful offerings. Yajna, sacrifices are offered to Vishnu. Yajna means the body of Vishnu. His body is not material. Therefore, he should not be taken to be an ordinary boar. So, Brahma is described in this verse as Swarat. Actually, full independence is exclusive to the Lord himself. But as part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, every living entity has a minute quantity of independence. Each and every one of the living entities within this universe has this minute independence. But Brahma, being the chief of all living entities, has a greater potential of independence than any other. He is the representative of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and has been assigned to preside over universal affairs. All other demigods work for him. Therefore, he is described here as Swarat. He is always accompanied by great sages and transcendentalists, all of whom came to see the bullfight between the demon and the Lord. So, we won't share this one. Let me close this one. So here It is the Hiranyaksha has hidden the earth in the Garbhodaka ocean. And Lord Vishnu has incarnated in the form of the boar, and he is rescuing the earth. And he has rescued the earth by lifting her up on his tusk. And then Hiranyaksha is offering a big fight, engaging in a big battle between the Lord. So here it is said that the battle between the Lord, the Supreme Lord, and the boar and Hiranyaksha is just like how the bulls fight to gain supremacy over each other, for the cow. They want to determine who is superior, who can have control over the cow. Similarly, there is always fight between the Supreme Lord and the demons, or the representative of the Lord and the demons, to ascertain for control over the earth. So the earth is compared to a cow. Earth is also referred to as go. So the battle we have seen yesterday, it has advanced to a great intensity. Yesterday we saw there was keen rivalry between the two combatants. Both had sustained injuries on their bodies from the blows of each other's pointed maces, and each grew more and more enraged at the smell of blood on his person. In their eagerness to win, they performed maneuvers of various kinds, and their contest looked like an encounter between two forceful bulls for the sake of a cow. So it is from the last verse. The fight between, it is compared to the battle between two bulls. Bull fight we have heard, for the sake of a cow. And they are completely heightened, in a very heightened rage, fighting with each other. And now who has come to see the battle between the Supreme Lord, the boar, and Hiranyaksha? None other than Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma, followed by so many sages, because he is always accompanied by so many sages and exalted personalities. So he is referred to here as Swarat. So here we have to reflect upon the Swarat is actually applied only to the Supreme Lord. That is the Supreme Absolute Truth is Swarat. But here Lord Brahma, he is the most powerful demigod in this universe, because all other demigods approach Lord Brahma in times of trouble. We have seen that when, for example, Bhumi Devi is approaching Lord Brahma in the form of a cow and saying, you have to do something to reduce the burden, my burden. So Lord Brahma approaches Lord Shiva, and accompanied by Lord Shiva and all the demigods go to the ocean, the ocean of milk, the shore of the ocean of milk, and they offer prayers to the Supreme Lord before Krishna's appearance. And then the demigods approach Lord Brahma when Dhruva Maharaj's austerities stops the flow of air, because he is controlling his breath and holding the air in his in his it is in his control and not releasing the vayu. So then all the demigods approach Lord Brahma. What is happening here? And then Lord Brahma goes to Lord Vishnu, and then Lord Vishnu immediately comes to the place where Dhruva Maharaj is performing austerities, and then the situation is resolved. So similarly, whenever there is a discrepancy in the regular flow of affairs, the demigods approach Lord Brahma. He is the most powerful demigod. He is almost, sometimes almost he is referred to as on an equal footing with the Supreme Lord. But Swarat normally is only the source of everything, the source of all emanations, the supreme absolute truth. He is the only completely independent entity, because everything rests on him, and everybody depends on him, is subordinate to him. So here Swaraj is applied to Brahma in a special occasion. For example, the Kathopanishad says, we can read that words from Kathopanishad. One second, share screen. Kathopanishad says, oh no, I cannot find that one. Kathopanishad. Here it says, Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam ego behunam yo vidadhati kaman tam atmastam yenupashandi dhira tesham shanti shashwati nedaresham. That is, there is one who is the eternal reality among non-eternal objects. That is Nityo Nityanam. The one truly conscious entity among conscious objects. That is Chetanas Chetanana. That is of all, that is conscious, the supremely conscious one. And Tam Atmastam, though non-dual, fulfills the desires of Eko Behunam Yovidadati Kaman. That is, he is the only one who satisfies the desires of all others. So that Supreme Lord, he is the only Swarat, because everybody else depends on him for everything. So eternal peace belongs to the wise, who perceive him within themselves, not to others. So this is the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita also, Bhoktaram yajnatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam Nyatva mam shantim rachati. That is Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. He is the Supreme Lord of all planets. And oh Krishna, sorry. Oh, did I lose my? No. Okay. One second. So the Supreme Lord only is actually the true Swarat. Here, Lord Brahma is come to watch the fight between the Lord Boar and Hiranyaksha, and sorry, Zoom is a little bit hung, I feel. Oh Lord. Sorry, my computer is hung, I think. Can you hear me, Prabhu? Can you hear me, Prabhu? So we have 7 minutes more. So let me see. So I think I got disconnected. Hare Krishna. Right now. Meeting now. Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay. So here, Hiranyacha, please. For example, 1 second. So here, so Lord Brahma has come to watch the fight, sort of to cheer the Lord. So to cheer the bull, and also it is said the Lord Mor's body is not to be thought of like any other hog's body, material body. His body is fully transcendental because the Supreme Lord's forms are all eternal, completely spiritual, and they are not made of the physical elements as ordinary living entities' bodies are made of. His forms are all eternal in the spiritual world, and his body is made of the Satchit Ananda, the three elements, Sat, Chit, and Ananda. That is eternity, knowledge, and bliss. So, and so here Lord Brahma gave the boon to Hiranyakashipu. That is because Hiranyakashipu performed such austerities that Lord Brahma had to appear before him, and Lord Brahma revived his body by pouring the holy water from his kamandalu. Then Hiranyakashipu came back to life with full vigor and all strength. So it's Lord Brahma who is giving the boon to Hiranyakashipu. But then when Lord Narasimhadev appears, he advises Lord Brahma not to give such boons to the demons. So we know that the Supreme Lord only can rescue the situation for even the demigods. That is, he is always in control of everything. So I think I will end here. Hare Krishna. Nobody is there today. Hare Krishna, no discussion. So, वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. हरे कृष्ण.